Oh, I love eyeliner so much. Dramatic look. Hello, I'm Abby and I'm a Blue Peter presenter. Today I'll be showing you some pride themed and colourful makeup. And makeup is really important to me because I like to show my own pride through my makeup and express myself. So show what's on the inside, on my face, through eyeliner. But before we get into the makeup, just remember that you can watch Blue Peter on CBBC and BBC iPlayer, 5 PM on Friday. But don't worry if you've missed it at 5 PM because it is on iPlayer for a little bit longer. Pride fact number 1. Pride is celebrated in June, which is the month that the Stonewall riots took place in America in 1969. Many people took to the streets to demonstrate the need for better treatment and rights for people in the LGBT community. The riots were seen as a turning point, which showcased to the world the need for better treatment for people who were gay. So first up, I will be doing my base, so make a blank canvas. So I'll put some concealer on, a little bit of colour correct and a little bit of powder, so I make sure that my face is washed and have a little bit of moisturiser on. But a little bit of a safety thing, I will be using eyeliner and sometimes they can be a tiny little bit sharp and you don't want to put that really close to your eyes if you don't know what you're doing. So if you're doing this for the first time, maybe try it with a lid on first, just to try and get the shape right and try and get that grip on it. And I will also be using the products that work for my skin, so that might be a little bit different for you. So the first time I ever did my own makeup was when I was a teenager, and I think that it's changed a lot since then. I was definitely a lot more inexperienced, so I had no idea what I was doing, but I found it really, really fun. I used to really love drag culture when I was younger, so I was very inspired by their eyeliner and their way of expressing and how colourful their makeup was and how they dressed. You definitely need to practice with makeup. It's not going to go well the first few times. I think my eyeliner looked like pandas when I first did it. This might look a little bit strange to put red underneath my eyes, but there is a point to it. It's called colour correcting. So I have under eye bags, and if I colour correct before I put some concealer on, then it hides the under eye bags a little bit. I just really like the process of it. It's like colouring in on your face. What? How is that a thing? It's like being able to do art and enjoy it and then have a nice product afterwards, which is your face. I have done my concealer and I will then just blend it out because I might look like a little bit of a clown going outside. And the last step of the base is to do some eyebrows. Pride fact number 2. The original Pride flag was designed by a man from San Francisco called Gilbert Baker in 1978. The original Pride flag had 8 colours and it now has 6, which each of the colours representing something different. So, red is life, orange is healing, yellow, my favourite colour, is sunlight, green is nature, blue is art, and violet is the human spirit. Next up, we'll be doing some eyeshadow, and I'll be implementing the colours from the flag into this Pride-inspired colourful makeup look. So I'm starting with yellow because it's my favourite colour, but I've been reflecting on my time at Blue Peter and how amazing it has been being a presenter of the show, because the fans are absolutely incredible. I love seeing all the comments on the fan club, seeing all the posts coming in, and the team themselves are just incredible people. I love working with Mark, St. Joel, and obviously my favourite colleague, Henry. He always has the best bandanas ever. My favourite shoots so far have definitely been, well, there've been so many of them, but I think they've been surprising some of the fans that get in touch, surprising them with their silver badges and seeing their faces, but also finding out what they've done to actually earn those badges. So the silver badge, what kind of kindness that they've done. Sometimes I really like using my fingertips for my eyeshadow before I blend it out with a brush, because I feel like I can get a lot more of the colour on and I know where it's going. One of my tricks for eyeshadow is to use kind of like a lighter colour that goes into a colour that's quite similar to it, it and then go out to kind of darker colours and sometimes even put on another colour underneath my eyes. I think that also looks quite cool. So after you kind of put it on with your fingertips a little bit, I like to use quite a little fluffy brush to kind of blend it out. So that means it's putting all the colours together and making it look a little bit more cohesive. I'll do a little blendy blend. There we go. It's already looking a little bit more faded. Going in with a little bit of purple. I think my goal here is to use as many colours from the flag as possible. And right now I'm using a little bit of red underneath my eyes. And the last colour is a little bit of orange. And I will put that just under my eyes here and then I will blend it all together. Okay, so I think that's the eyeshadow done. Pride fact number 3. The first Pride March in the UK took place in London in 1972 with over 2,000 people attending. Since then, the laws in the UK have changed to include and support more people who are in the LGBTQ+ community. LGBTQ+ stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and the plus is often added to include other people in the community who don't feel represented by those other letters. The last part of my makeup look is always eyeliner. I don't do makeup without eyeliner, so I usually go for a black eyeliner, and I also like to do a little bit of white as well to do a couple of dots, just to make it a little bit more fancy. I think the eyeliner is also very cool because it kind of shapes your eye and can kind of change the look and how you want to do it. Now, eyeliner can be pretty tricky because you have to be very exact, so I usually get very quiet. The most difficult part about doing eyeliner is being able to do it evenly on both sides. But I do have a trick that I'll show you at the end that if you want to make it a little bit more clean, then that will also help. What a slay. I mean, they're pretty much even, almost. My trick for making your eyeliner a little bit cleaner and a little bit more straight is to use a white eyeliner and do kind of like a little flick at the bottom of it. So I like to put in a couple of dots. Now for me, makeup is how I express myself and my pride, but for you it might be completely differently. It might be going outside, playing football, it might be doing some art and painting, or it might be learning something new, or playing an instrument. It could be anything. Whatever makes you feel like you is important. Final step for me is definitely mascara. I like to put that on at the end so that the eyeshadow doesn't kind of get in the way or I don't end up accidentally putting it on my eyelid. But the trick is that you kind of need to blink with it a little bit and try not to put it in your eye. So be very careful because these things can be quite sharp and a little bit sore. I do the blink and the blink. Pride fact number 4. Today, Pride is celebrated all across the UK, with the biggest event taking place in London, where over 1 million people will go to the event. Now, the Pride consists of a colourful parade, some music, and of course some dancing. Now, everyone gets together to celebrate love and friendship, and also to try and promote equality for absolutely everybody. It's just a very inclusive community. And that is the makeup look done. I'm so happy with how it turned out because I think I incorporated all the vibrant colours of the flag pretty well. Now, doing my makeup is very important to me. As part of the LGBT community, I think it's so important I express myself and I express my pride. Now, before I go, just remember that you can watch full episodes of Blue Peter every Friday at 5 PM on CBBC and BBC iPlayer, and there's probably a few more episodes that you can catch up on as well.